So you're moving to Oklahoma City Metro and you're wondering what it's like in the real estate market. Well, in this video, Brad and I, we're gonna go over the pros and cons of the Oklahoma City Metro real estate market. So if that's some information that you're looking for, you want a little bit of insight, then this is the video. You clicked on the right link, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Thank you so much. We're super excited to tell you about today's video. Don't forget, we're also real estate agents. Call, text, email us when you're relocating to, moving within the Oklahoma City real estate market. Brad and I and the team of agents at eXp Realty, we're here to earn your business.
So it's getting ready to storm out here. We're trying to get these videos made, but a little bit about
everyone's out of the neighborhood. Yeah. We're complete idiots.
It's just us. So the fortunate thing is there is a storm shelter that we can get in if we need to.
I'm out of here. I'm going home.
All right.
If it's coming.
I got it.
Con number one, sometimes the sellers just still take the offer way too early. So as a buyer, a lot of the cons that I'm going over today, I think every single one of them is going to be buyer centered because it is a seller market. So if you see the beautiful home that you've been looking for, you got to take a lunch or you got to go through a video tour with Brad and I on the home, because sometimes the sellers still take an offer right away and don't give it 3-4 days to take highest and best for some reason. You know, they may be leaving money on the table, or they may have gotten the exact terms that they want. So sometimes the houses sell in less than a day. That's the con that I have. It's number 5 for the Oklahoma real estate market, Brad.
So the pro number 5 I have is there's low inventory, right? So for sellers, that is awesome. That means there's not a whole lot of houses out there. So your house may be getting more value to it, and you may have more offers on your house because there's people that need to move right now and they don't have a place to go. So that's pretty exciting if you're a seller.
Con number 4, again, it's sort of a buyer con, limited showings. Some sellers don't want 4 or 5 couples coming through their house at once. So they do what's called exclusive showings. So each buyer only has a 15-minute timeline to be in and out of that house. If you're in the market for a home and there's 20 people trying to look at it all at the same time, you might have to move your schedule around a little later or a little earlier the next day to be able to get in the house. And of course, that's also gonna maybe be the possibility of winning a home and losing a home.
Pro number 4, guys, is multiple offers. So a lot of houses right now are getting multiple offers. In fact, every house that we've listed or I've shown a buyer to, it's had multiple offers on it. So you really get to pick and choose what offer benefits you. A lot of times in this market, the buyer will accommodate you for that. So you have that option.
Con number 3, again, it's another buyer con. You're dealing with cash buyers. So dealing with cash buyers in the market, if you're using a loan that requires financing, a seller may be more likely to take a cash buyer, and that's just the nature of the beast. So know that when you're competing with your offer, and even if you're covering an appraisal gap, well, the full-blown cash offer might beat out a better offer that's using financing. So that's my con number 3, Brad.
My pro number 3, Josh, is a lot of sellers right now are able to pick their closing date. So when a buyer wants to buy your house, they're at your mercy almost. And so if you need to move to another house, but you're not closing on that house for a month, 2 months, then you could say, hey, I want to close at this time. And a lot of times they'll let you do that.
Yeah, that really helps out elderly people who need help moving. That really helps people out.
Scheduling movers can be, that can be tedious. And, you know, just with everything kind of out of whack right now, it's important to have those dates nailed down.
That's a good pro.
I know.
Con number 2, the lender won't give you a full loan for the agreed upon sales price. So you've got to do what's called an appraisal gap coverage in your contract. So a lot of times that listing price is the starting bid price for homes. And if the listing price is already at the top comp for the neighborhood, anything you offer over that $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 over that top comp for the neighborhood, you're going to need to provide them with a bank statement or a letter from the bank saying you've got the cash funds to cover any appraisal gap. And you can put the number that you want on there, but if you're doing 20 grand over the highest comp in the neighborhood, a logical seller is going to want a 20 grand appraisal gap coverage clause in that contract. So as a buyer, you've got to have a lot more cash on hand than you did 2 years ago, back when sellers were still covering buyers' closing costs. That's not the case today at all. Buyers are having to cover their closing costs and an appraisal gap. So that's con number two in the Oklahoma City real estate market.
So pro number 2, guys, it is a seller's market.
For sure.
So there's not that many houses on the market right now. So you get the benefits of that. You know, a lot of people, when they inspect, they go through a house and they want all this stuff through inspections that they find. Well, as a seller, you don't necessarily have to agree to a lot of that stuff.
Not in this market.
So you're thinking, oh, I want to sell my house, but I need to fix this and I need to do this and I need to do that. Well, guys, right now, you may not have to, depending on the condition of your house and with the market. Right now, seller's market.
That's a great one. That's a really good one.
I'm glad I found it.
The worst con, the number one most annoying con that's just started presenting itself since the beginning of the year, probably around March, when the Federal Reserve stopped buying bonds and started increasing the, what is it called? What rate? It's some sort of special, is it called a Fed rate?
I think it is a Fed rate, yeah.
So when the Federal Reserve,
National interest rate.
yeah, when he started when they started, a private company, started raising their rates, causing banks money to cost more money, that cost gets passed on to the consumer. So if you were approved for a 3% rate 2 months ago, that rate may be 5% now. And I did a video on it last week. That decreases your buying power drastically, which if you haven't already locked your rate on a home, if it's a new construction home and you haven't locked your rate on it, guys, you might not be able to buy that home anymore. And at any time, the seller can request an update on your loan and you'll have to provide it to them. In Oklahoma, there's a clause in the financing agreement and it says that the seller can request a conditional loan approval or a conditional loan commitment. And if your banker says, hey guys, you don't qualify for a loan anymore, you don't get to buy that house. You've got to lower you lowered your purchase power by those rates increasing. So guys, that's the number one con right now that I see, Brad, is the rates increasing here in the Oklahoma City real estate market.
Yeah, we are definitely seeing that. Guys, the number one pro right now in the Oklahoma City market is you're getting top value for your house right now. Mm-hmm. So we're seeing houses appraised for prices that we didn't think they would appraise for. You know, I don't want to give a number out there, but we're seeing houses that are listed on the market and they're selling for $50,000, $60,000 over. Now that doesn't mean every single house is going to do that, and definitely doesn't mean just sell your house as is right now and everything will be that way. But we're seeing prices increase throughout the entire metro right now. Guys, we're here for you. You know, like we said, this number popping up down below. Hit us up. We're the guys that answer the phones, text messages, and emails. I do. Josh does too. And as much as, you know, we like making these videos, we like helping you guys with your real estate needs, and we're happy to do that. Josh, you got anything?
Thanks so much for watching today's video. Put your comments down below on what you think your top 5 pros are and your top 5 cons are in your local real estate market. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. And just like Brad said, call, text, or email us when you're relocating to, moving within the Oklahoma City metro market.
Thanks, guys. Do you want to know what the market's doing? Are you ready for the new? I don't even know. Well, here's some things you guys should know, and as much as we like making these videos, we enjoy helping you with your real estate needs.
Look at the camera. Camera's right there.